Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Margie. I'm a Hilk Empath, and I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I hope you can hear me okay. Mom's watching Longmire. I think she just got up to go lay down, actually. All the dogs are in here. We got Luna. Little Luna. She's tired. She's resting up for the new moon. New moon Luna. We got Tuck. Tuck's here. Got Tuck Butts here. He sleeps up against the wall. He's puppy mill, man. He's like, it's my own world, mama. Just don't let me be scared. That's all he cares about. He just don't like nothing loud. Don't be mad, mama. Just take it easy. He's my little love nugget, man. He just loves. He'll freaking lick on Luna and Benny's face for freaking ever. It's like keeping him. It's like a pacifier to him to just lick. It's very soothing to him. It's nurturing to him, and it's nurturing to them too, so they like it. But Benny, like, under his ears hits like a freaking echo system. He's got his big old floppy ears, so his mouth. I mean, their teeth are clean because they all had a dental in the last year, but so they're pretty clean. But still a lot of bacteria. Dogs do dog things. So him going in Benny's ear and licking it makes it nasty, and I gotta clean it like once a week, and I hate cleaning it because it's an ordeal. So because I hate cleaning it, I highly discourage the behavior of Tucker and Benny's ears, and then so like Mom knows it, but she doesn't always remember, and I'll come in and freaking there's Tucker just in Benny's ear, and I'm just like right in front of you. Just right there. You can't get mad. I can't get mad. I can't get mad at anything. It's a choice. Oh my God. I was raised with those words. You're choosing to get mad right now. Yeah, you take all the control of my life. I have no control. So I just am subservient. I'm just, and that's not what a human experience is about. Especially with, I had a lot of freedom when I was growing up. I just played in the wild. I just had so much energy. It was easier for adults to just go. Just go. Just go. And I did. And I went. So, I've been tripping out on, it's definitely, the astrology is definitely poignant, I can't fight it. I can't resist it. I can't. I gotta go with the flow too, man. And my astrology don't always like to. I've been excited because I like the times when they say, as a student, you're gonna get answers. You're gonna get answers, and I got a whole bunch today. And I listened to this guy recently because I listened to other people that have listened to him, and they're evidently he's in his circles. He's a really big deal. In mine, he's new to me because our paths weren't. It wasn't the right time for us to cross. Maybe I've known him from talks before or times before. I don't know. I've been in esoteric worlds my whole life. I mean, it's 15. Me and our friends used to go to our youth groups camps were like Church of Religious Science and stuff like that. I mean, so I grew up in, nature has been my church, and earth is my God, my religion, and connectivity and science, all that stuff. It's not a freaking, a voice yelling at a guy on top of a mountain holding tablets. What? Bedtime stories, yay! Sunday morning, I just woke up. This sounds like a bedtime story. I just thought anyway. So I've been tripping out on Mr. Astrology. What's his name? Always give credit where credit's due. This might take a second, because I gotta look in my history. Santos Bonacci. And this talk is like years old. Thing is I put this. He just affirms what I've thought, and our ideology. It's just information and ideologies are just a freaking vibrational frequency, just like a radio station. It's what you tune into. Most people go, that's boring. I don't want to hear that. What's this? What's the score? Oh my goodness. And he talks about the salts and health, and I was like, because I mean, I wondered about this stuff, and he's like, yeah, because I've talked about that. I wonder if planets are related to organs and all that stuff. I bet that. And then he freaking talks about it, you know. And that's what, and this was me years ago. It was kind of neat, is that someone put a comment about, and they give me links, because I like recommendations. I like when people recommend me stuff. I don't freaking know everything. Whatever, pshaw. So, she recommended in, a link, and I went to it, and it was a talk from said guru. And that brought back fond memories for me. Because I drove up in freaking October in 2016 and saw him. Because for the whole year prior, I had been listening to his talks. So all 2000, this is like right after, like, because my pituitary gland, and that's another thing that Mr. Astrology was talking about, is, there it is when I had my spiritual awakening. I just talked about this recently, the pituitary being the feminine and the pineal gland being the masculine, or vice versa. And that's what happened to me in 2014. And I remember I had a 6-day headache, and I even had to leave work. The HR should have record of that, because I used, I had to go to work, or I had to go to the triage, and they did a CAT scan, and my pituitary gland was enlarged. Then later they did an MRI, and it was back down. That's what had happened. I had freaking been, I mean, it was I've been drinking water out of a water filter for several months. I had been eating clean food, good food. Even though I was really heavy, but that was me eating my feelings, but I was eating good food. That was just how my body responds to stress, is I won't speak my piece. I'll keep it all to myself, and then it bottles up, and then I expand. It's emotion. It's so, food is extra to me. I eat my feelings, I hang on to it. I'm one of those. I don't do that anymore now. I just speak my piece. I'd rather freaking people get pissed and never speak to me again. I'm not gonna fucking ever get fat over nothing. I don't care if everybody thinks I'm crazy. Anyway, I went up to see said guru. Then, and I don't know, you can't see it. This is on one of my social media platforms. You can't really, but he is looking right at me. So for a moment, I wasn't looking at the picture. I was holding the phone like this, and I was just looking at him. So we were making eye contact at the moment that I took this picture. Because we the same freak tribe, man. We just all manifest this stuff, and we just all collect data in a different way, and we're just all just supposed to be sent out to be little radios, and whoever freaking picks up receives our message, then we're the same freak radio. We're the same freak tribe. Same freak tribe, yeah. Tuning in. And so that led me today, listening to Mr. Astrology and stuff, to, there's some sulfates and some potassiums and that I'm going to look into to balance me out. Because for Aries, there's certain, minerals and things that you need, and for you got different placements where I'm gonna eat those too. If I got, it's all science, and it's all cooperation, and this is the stuff that people are figuring out, man. God, the end of this year, if I keep talking about how I see the world, what I was thinking about today, just before I started rambling on, what if we all didn't have numbers? Because Mr. Astrology did a talk, because once you listen to a talk, then it's just what's recommended. It's the algorithms. Oh, here's all of them. So as soon as people start seeing me, they're going to start seeing my face and all of them. But anyway, hopefully. Anyway, he did a talk about how the Vatican owns us. And it's like, yeah, well, we all have a number. We all have a number. When your number's up, then it's, our numbers just go to a different person? Are they anything like that? Or are numbers retired? Do our numbers get retired like pro sports people? Is my social security forever, for all eternity, my social security number? Or is it just going to get a decline stamp at the end of my life, and then it'll get assigned to some other poor schmuck? They got duped too. Money ain't real, but here, take all mine. So the people that make the rules, that don't follow the rules, can have all the good stuff, and I get shit. I have a good life because I've learned to be comfortable with very little. So all those years that people dreamed of all the things that they needed to make their lives whole, I started thinking about all the things that I didn't. My life is whole. My world is small. It's the population is few. But as things change and people tune into their higher frequencies and higher selves, and they start figuring it out, they're going to start figuring it out. I know. If I could figure it out, anybody can. And then more people will start seeing me, and my world will grow. Yeah. So things are looking promising. Let's see if anybody's in the talkie room. The talkie place. Hello, somebody in the talking place. Elapsed time, 27 minutes. So that means I've probably been talking for 5 or 10, 15. I think that's how it goes. So that was cool. So I just have been tripping out today. It's been a long day. I woke up and pretty much just went to the super Walmart. I wasn't even awake yet. I don't even drink coffee anymore. I mean, sometimes if I'm feeling like nostalgic, and, you know, that's what I do when I want to feel homey and warm. Just drink coffee. God, the memory, smells, and taste of coffee. It's just So it's just decaf because I can't get all geeked up. Or I'll drink it with a cup of coffee, or a friend. I'll drink it with a friend. The laundromat, we'll have a cup of coffee together. See, it's social. It's, you know, that's why, I don't know, the spirit of it. It's like when you get more and more people gathered, collected in an area of like-minded, and if they're excited about something, it's going to be such a positive experience. It's going to be, if it's a negative occasion, bad things happen. It's the heart space. People are coming into their heart space. They're recognizing it, and they're saying, you know what, it's cool. I've been a dick my whole life, but it doesn't mean I have to be a dick for the rest of my life. So, some things that have helped me, just live every day, one day at a time. People live so much in the future. My brother doesn't speak to me because I don't have a 401k. Well, actually, to be fair, he speaks to me. Or he doesn't speak to me because I called him a fucking piece of shit. Right after he said, you haven't worked in 2 years. I thought, see, that's the thing, and I'm like, I meditate an hour a day. And I can still get my buttons pushed. So I'm not 100%. I'm never going to be 100%, man. But at least I only have a sharp tongue. I ain't gonna let somebody get that record of mine. I'm too proud of that record. There are too many people that freaking beat the people they love, supposedly love, put their hands on them, do things to them, do terrible things to people out of love. Seedy, gross, disgusting, nasty, self-serving, low-vibrational, disgusting, perverse, dirty, nasty. Out of love. No wonder people are hard to love. This is the thing, is people have taught me lessons my whole life. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. I'm gonna make an example out of you. I'm gonna show you. I'm a control freak. I'm a control freak. That's all I heard from them. I'm the boss. I'm your boss. Blah, blah, blah. And that's the thing, is people couldn't control me. Sit still. I couldn't. Too much energy. Sit still. And then they try to do things to dominate my energy, you know, or try to like make me, and then I'd make jokes, and they'd really get pissed. Control freaks. I know who they are. I'm trying to teach people who they are. Just be like, no, dude, you don't get to control me. So yeah, I was wondering today about what it would be like if people didn't have numbers. What if people didn't have numbers? Look at all the money that is put in to a number system, a made-up number system, just like money's. This whole Social Security thing. Look, it's a resource hog. Money isn't even real. Are people getting it? It's people. Some people have piles of this fake freaking energy. I mean, this. It's not fake energy. I misspoke. It's a manifestation. It's a way people manifest energy. It's just another means to acquire abundance, get what you want. But people do it, they do it plenty of ways without ever freaking using a dime, you know? I'm trying to do it with my content of character here. A lot of people do it with their freaking chasing sensations and sex, perversion and stuff like that. And I listened to a talk from EA Astrology. They always have different talkers and I think that's what it was. And she was talking about, you know, that's how you're gonna freaking come into true salvation, like peace and bliss in this world, is rising above chasing sensations. Because, I mean, think about it. If you're always, I mean, I don't know. See, and this is the conversation that I feel like I should have on Zoom. I'm getting into this area. I'm like, maybe I should have an open meeting space where people can go, but that it's not here. It's just different. But I can speak more openly and freely about things. Because I don't know. I don't know why it should matter. I've never really held back anything I said before. I don't know why it should matter now. So, yeah. Anyway, who knows? So, anyway, well, now, because I was going to talk about stuff on Zoom, but now I'm like, what was so bad about it that I couldn't say it right now? And now I can't remember what it was. So yeah, I woke up and went to the grocery store early. It was like 8:30 or something. It was early. It was like Mom got up and around, and I went. I wasn't even awake. Well, actually, she wasn't even up when I left. And the dogs ate. Yeah, so it was but it was pleasant. It was a totally pleasant experience. I got my stuff. Hardly anybody was in there. And freaking check out. And, you know, soon I won't even mention it anymore. Because it's not worth mentioning. But it was a pleasant morning. I'll do whatever. I'll go in the middle of the night if it was still open, but it ain't. But anyway, it was a good day. It's just been a long day. It's another all-day evening. I did take the cat outside to hang out because he wanted out. He was awful adamant, and he likes the new moon energy too. So, all right, kitty meow, let's go. So he went out and hung out for about 45 minutes because I got nothing better to do. I mean, only a jerk would not let him. And then it was starting to get cold, and then I'm like, all right, this ain't fun anymore. But he had a good 45 minutes, I'd say. It was good for me, too, to get some under the tree time and hang out with the birds. So many birds. Freaking hummingbird came up real close. I sent someone a picture recently in an old video. Something flew by me, and I freaking adamantly stopped. I was like clicking on it to get it to stop just right, and then I took a picture of it so I could see, and there was a hummingbird that flew between me and the back of my chair. I was like leaning forward talking about something, and a hummingbird flew by, and I got a good the frame of it. And I was like, yeah. So a lot of people are freaking retrograding right now. They're going back, thinking, reconsidering. Oh, yeah, felt good when I did it then. Maybe it'll feel good when I do it this. But you know what? So many things have changed between the last time you. I don't know. There's always so much something better at the new. I don't know. I think I'm in freaking my memories 4 years ago right now, where I was 4 years ago right now, man. I was on a date in the Bay Area. It lasted about 4 days. Got to see my Sabrina, my niece, that was the last time I saw her. It was 4 years ago. I think, yeah. So, you know, and then like my screensaver was from that date, because we drove up and had dinner on the wharf, Fisherman's Wharf. We didn't go to one of those places. We went up off the beat, off the way a little bit, and then drove up and looked at the Golden Gate Bridge. It's my screensaver. So that was I don't know. That's what kind of started me on this whole journey of where I am. You know, of that trip, and then how my life needs to be on the West Coast. And then as soon as I moved out here, it blew up. And everything I wanted, the opposite happened. The exact opposite. That's when I started to really learn about manifestation and energy and stuff like that. And then and slowly the story unfolds, and then I just gather up all the data that I collect. You know, tell it how like I see. I have my little talks on how I feel about things, putting things together. And so I just want people to have a good life. I just want people to have a better life than I had, man. I just want people to have a chance. It's amazing I didn't frickin' perish as a child. It is amazing that I lived to be 46. It's amazing. And the older I get, I'm always more and more amazed because about the wonderment. It's how stuff unfolds, how my story goes. Like being a Heyoka, I didn't know I was even Native American until I was 42. Mom was adopted. My brother got her one of those ancestry things, and it was short of the time. Right around the time that she got the results, I was still in communication with my last relationship. We weren't cool, and then when I was drinking, I was in my ego. So then we were cool, and then I stopped drinking, stepped out of my ego, and we weren't cool again. But I still appreciate the positive parts. That's what you got to do. You always got to take the good stuff and leave the rest. So that's what I'm going to choose to do, and she taught me a lot. And she's the one that told me about Heyoka. And I was like, oh, figures I'd figure out the middle part of my life and look backward. Hindsight is 20/20 in retrospect, and it all makes sense. You know? So now my life will start, and I will get to live the version I choose with all the wisdom I've gained from all the years collecting data, you know? And if people want to listen, that's cool. If people want to don't, that's cool too. I'm just trying to offer a different narrative. I just want the world. I don't care if people agree with what I say. I really don't. I just want people to realize that there's other ways and ideas and lines of thinking completely different than the narrative, than what is given on, the same story that is regurgitated over and over and over on media, movies, music in a different way. I love music. I like a lot of shows. Shows help me help the time go by, and I look at them in a very, very synchronistic way. Shows, stories, people's versions of their peek into the collective consciousness, How it's received is how well the population sees it, and there's a lot of There's a lot of really weird stuff that people think is funny. There's a lot of really, 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 really weird stuff that people think, and I never thought it was funny. I haven't liked The Rock, that guy, The Rock. I used to like the. I never. I'm not really into the macho, manly stuff. I was really discouraged. I thought he was a man of better content when he participated actively in a skit on Saturday Night Live and that was the last time I ever watched a Saturday Night Live skit, unless I knew someone was going to be on it and I heard somebody talk about it and I just go and watch that skit and that's it. But I was just done with it. I think I think he's just I think his freaking mind is just a little too much an ego. We'll just say that. A little too much an ego. A little less spirit. But there was a skit about the child molesting robot that could molest more children faster because it was a robot and it never slept, and he was doing the demo for it. Yeah, I would have to say no. See, that's the thing, is there's a lot of stuff I'd say no to. That's why I have so little in my life, because there's so many things that I say no, I'm not going to consent. I'm not going to, no. No, I haven't had a Subway sandwich in 10 years because they endorse freaking pedophiles and freaking dog killers. But it's just a sandwich. No, it's the heart space in which they endorse and they support. And look at all the other things. I mean, look at all the. There's only freaking. It's not hard to trace that. There's only 6 companies that choose what we get to watch in the whole world. They get to decide the stuff we get to see, and then we get to decide, oh, that's true, that's not, that's true, that's not. But how many people don't know how to read energy? So they just believe what they're told because, well, that's just what you've always done. I call them the I was just doing my job squad. La 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 la. I'm frustrated because it was like, I was at 4 years ago, man. It was a blissful. I'm mad because I'm not getting the attention I want. I'm not getting any attention from the only person in the whole world I want to get attention from. I'm not getting any of it. And the thing of it is, I don't need the attention. See, that tells me that there's something happening with my ego. And the thing of it is this is how we can tell. This is because they've been talking about, we're going to get examples, or you're going to get to see. Have you done the work? Have you done the work? Are you going to stop acting like the person that you always did, that put you in the same place? Or are you going to shed shed that old version of yourself and step into the higher version of yourself? And so as much as I'll see you in the fall. Maybe we'll catch up in the fall. You know? Because I know ain't nothing, it's just, anything that happens now is just, nothing is going to happen till the fall. So I'm just like, and if I'm already in a cantankerous, crabby mood, I just can't say anything nice. Because there are plenty of days that just goes, if you can't say anything nice, Marge, don't say, fuck it. And then I just let loose. You know? I don't care. Because I rationalize it because freaking, I'm not hitting ya. And I've been hit so many times and freaking abused and poked and prodded. Just, it's still not justifiable. Hey, you know what? And then oftentimes I'll make an amends, and sometimes I won't. It's all about balance. Anyway, that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad evening. Peace.